Our appearance today was in solidarity with Eron, because Eron was unfairly convicted, put in jail for no reason at all, just for representing Dr. Kiiza Besigye and Obed Lutale. We are very, very concerned. You heard him say, today is the 76th day since he was illegally detained, pursuant to the orders of the court-martial, which has been subsequently found by the Supreme Court to be unconstitutional. There is no reason why Eron Kizza continues to be in custody. We really are very disappointed. We were hoping that we would come and walk out with him today. We will wait for the 4th. We are hopeful that the judge also, after reading those proceedings, will come to the same conclusion that Eron is being held unfairly, especially after acquainting himself with the proceedings of the Supreme Court. We were able to go to Chitalia yesterday in company of the Vice President of the Law Society, a team of lawyers from the East African Law Society, and we have the CEO of the East African Law Society right here with us. Yesterday we had the Secretary General, but he had to return to Arusha. We have a council member of the Law Society of Kenya, Gloria, out there. So the bar in East Africa is concerned that an advocate continues to be held in custody for no offense at all, but representing his client. We are very hopeful that bail will be given. Eron is in high spirits, but the judicial system, this is an indictment of the justice system in Uganda, that 76 days after pronouncement by the Supreme Court, and in spite of the various applications by Eron's counsels, he continues to be in custody. We were able also to see Dr. Kiiza Besigye and Obed Lutale at the Ruzira prison yesterday. They are also holding out there strong, and we are hopeful that their bail application, which comes on the 11th of April for ruling, will be granted. I just want to say this, that the Supreme Court of Uganda gave a beautiful landmark decision that found that the court-martial's trial of civilian is unconstitutional, that the people the court-martial put behind bars continue to languish in custody. It's not a very promising development. I am hopeful that the judiciary of Uganda will acquit itself by doing the right thing. It's also an indictment on the Attorney General's office to oppose bail in a case where the Supreme Court has already pronounced itself on the unconstitutionality of the process, is actually to perpetuate injustice. I hope that this will come to an end. And I want to also say, we are aware that the president of the Law Society has been condemned to jail. He's on a journey out of the country, I am informed, but he has not only been condemned to jail, but he has also other warrants pending. This assault on the bar needs to stop, because now there is fear in the air. How are advocates going to practice? If the head of the bar can be under threat, every advocate in Uganda is under threat. Who will speak out for advocates? Who will speak out for Eron Kizza? And at that stage, I hand over to the Vice President of the Law Society of Uganda and commend him for his appearance today, for his readiness to be a surety, and for showing solidarity with Eron and with others yesterday, Dr. Kiiza Besigye and Obed Lutale, because we visited all of them in his company and the company of the Secretary General of the East Africa Law Society, Council Member Gloria, Law Society of Kenya. So I end by saying again, the bar in East Africa is very, very concerned. And yes, I have applied for a special license to practice in Uganda. In the case of Dr. Kiiza Besigye, Obed Lutale, and if need be in the case of Eron Kizza, my application is pending. I'm very hopeful. Otherwise, at the moment, I have no voice in court. I remain a hopeful observer.
Kenya members, we are here to stand in solidarity with Eron Kizza and also with Besigye, and we are here to say that we are here as observers, just seeing what is happening, and we are here to assure the bar in Uganda that we are standing strong with them, and we are seeing what is happening, and we are also taking accountability for what happened in Kenya, and saying that what happened was wrong and it should not be happening, and we do want to stand and plead with the courts to stand with the rule of law. They know bail is a constitutional right, and we ask that they do follow the law in this case. Thank you.
By Senior Counsel Martha Karua to be walking out of this place with Eron today. We are very hopeful that on 4th, Eron will walk out, because we feel that his continued holding is unfair. And as lawyers, we are extremely, extremely concerned that this trend of holding members who are basically performing their duties of representing clients should not be allowed to continue. Because, for instance, Eron was doing his job as an advocate. And this trend that has been happening in Uganda, we have witnessed it elsewhere in East Africa. And we are saying, as the Regional Bar Association, we are going to stand with our members. We are going to ensure they are protected in the performance of their duties. And we are going to ensure that rule of law for East Africa is accessed. And we urge the Ugandan judiciary to expedite the process of releasing Eron and expedite the process of releasing all the other victims, if I may call them, that had been presented, or civilians that had been presented before the courts martial, given the ruling that came out saying their trial at the courts martial was illegal. We shall, if this does not happen, they are not released expeditiously, file a suit, and this we'll call it a class suit, class action, to defend all of them and ask that they be released. I also want to comment on abductions from other countries into other countries that we have noted are illegal. We represent the whole region, and we will not sit back and see people being illegally abducted from one country and presented in courts or otherwise held without being presented in court. I want finally to say that we are standing with the president of the Uganda Law Society. He is a member of the governing council of the East Africa Law Society, and so we are standing with him. We understand that several warrants of arrest have been issued against him, and we will, as a member of our leadership board, do everything possible to defend him. And we ask the courts in Uganda to lift the warrants and to allow him to lead the bar as he should. It is his duty that he is performing, and so we want to be very clear that he be let to do his duty, and where need be, we will stand with him. With that, thank you.
Come to stand in solidarity with the Uganda Law Society amidst all that we are facing. Just to add a bit on her submission, which is very clear, we are hopeful that the court will expedite this matter. We shall have Eron Kizza out of jail. We feel this is an attack on the members of the bar. when you see the president, like you've mentioned, is also having several warrants. We have courts issuing warrants, we have an order of court for his imprisonment, and this is being done by none other than the judiciary. This is the body we believe we should be working with as the bar. Now what we are doing is calling upon the judiciary to remind them that as the bar, as the Uganda Law Society, we must work together with the judiciary. We cannot work separate from each other, and they need us as much as we need them. So we call upon the courts to expedite these matters where the members of the bar are being persecuted. We believe Eron's case is a case of persecution. There's no reason as to why Kiiza Eron should still be in jail up to now, even after the pronouncement of the Supreme Court. But we are seeing he's still in court, though we are hopeful that the honorable judge in this matter will deliver the justice that we desire. In as far as the president is concerned, I've always told the members the president is on official duty, but again we condemn with all the things we've been seeing. Today is Eron, today is the president of Uganda Law Society, the next day will be another member of the bar, and before you know it, the whole of the society, all the members of the society cannot practice. This is setting a very bad precedent. So we call upon the judiciary to expedite. The president has, through his lawyers, filed appeals against these decisions. He's equally challenging the arrest warrant, which was also issued, we believe, erroneously. And what we are calling upon the appellate courts is to ensure that they expedite these matters and we have justice delivered so that we can all together ensure that there's rule of law in this country. Thank you very much.